Kim,
Yeah.
intros.
All right, and this is episode 7. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7 of our Over and Back podcast. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving break, and the sun's coming through right now. I hope the weather's great in everybody else's areas. This week we're gonna start off. This week we're gonna be going over our top 10 players in the NBA right now, but we're gonna start off with our Over and Back power rankings. Our top 10 teams in the NBA right now. Mally, want to give that to us?
Yes, sir. And coming in at our number one, we have the Celtics remaining at number one from last week. The Bucks also remain at number two, and the Suns stay at number three. The Cavs jump back up to number four. The Blazers move to five. The Grizzlies jump up to six. The Pelicans seven. The Nuggets eight. The 76ers nine. And the Warriors make their way back into the top 10 at 10.
Anybody have any comments on any of the teams that we had in our top 10 and where they're at?
I look pretty
Like the
solid.
Warriors.
Yeah,
I
the
want to talk a little,
Warriors.
little bit
The
about the
Warriors made their
Warriors.
way back into the top 10.
Steph has been on a tear. He's been not an MVP pass because the Warriors ain't winning, but he's putting up them type of numbers. Clay been hooping these past 5 games. He's back up to 40% from 3, so
Clay
we
is
like
the
to see
is
that.
the is the big
We like to see
factor,
that
and
from them.
they
Yeah,
did win a couple of games. They came back and I
yeah.
think
If
they on a
they
3 game
both play
winning
like how they're
streak.
supposed to play, who's gonna beat them in a 7-game series?
No,
That's
yeah,
all I gotta say. But nah, I hope they keep hooping though. They getting back up there.
I don't know
Pelicans
about
been hooping too.
I don't know about who's gonna beat them in a 7 game series. Out of the West, there's a couple teams I feel like could beat them in seven right now. But
A couple teams. Oh, right now I'm talking about come playoff time.
come
They going
playoff
hey
time,
wait
no,
till they get
The Warriors will be back in full stride come playoff time. But
yeah.
as of right now, it's a couple teams
Nah, right now, nah.
that look better as
I
a
wouldn't
whole.
say right now.
They still gotta fix their defensive issues, turnover issues. The
Yeah.
young guys off of the bench, like Jordan Poole. First of all, I feel like Jordan Poole probably should have became a starter after Klay Thompson's little draft spiel. But they bench play hasn't been as good as it usually is. Blanking on
Yeah,
his
I would
name.
start both of them really.
Both
And
of them.
Jordan Poole's really hasn't been getting buckets like that this year. I think
He had 23 the other day.
I mean, he's been more efficient in the past. He's probably
Yeah.
shooting like 41 from the field and like 33 from 3.
I think that the pieces around him have a lot to do with that, though. The pieces around the whole Warriors organization it's been a rough start. But Steph Curry, like you said, he's been playing out of his mind. To get to other teams though, because that probably wasn't the biggest move. Well, I mean it's one of them, but the Nuggets dropped all the way down to 8 on the list. They went on a 4 game losing streak. I think they won the other day though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did. Uh, Jokic just turned it around a little bit. Jamal Murray came back, but the Nuggets have been a little bit underperforming. How y'all feel about the Nuggets' performance this year? Back to back MVP. Jokic getting off to a slow start.
Yeah, the Nuggets, I wanted them to be more of a dominant powerhouse because of the way that they played last season without Jamal Murray. And I thought Jamal Murray would come back and really rekindle some of the way that he played in the bubble,
Yeah.
but he hasn't really done such of that. He hasn't played bad, and neither has Jokic. Jokic has been playing not to his MVP seasons, but he's been playing good as well. But that's not gonna get it done for that Nuggets team. That both of them have to step up and make superstar caliber play to be a contending team, a championship contending team, and that's why I
Yeah.
want to see that
And they need
difference.
20 from MPJ for sure. I think he's averaging like 18 right now. They need about 20, like 22 from him for real.
The Nuggets are another team that I look at and I'm like, if the playoffs were to start right now today, that it'd be a lot of teams in the West that could beat them. Even I feel like the Warriors probably could beat the Nuggets in the 7 game series if it were to go
Yeah,
down to
no,
the
they
wire.
definitely beat them in 7 series.
So I think that I don't think that the Nuggets will be the same force that they was last year. Out of the East though, the Cavs look like they back in stride. They had a couple of down games where they was losing and things like that, but they look like they back up. Donovan Mitchell still playing phenomenal, looking like the best 2 guard in the league. So the East is still looking strong though. The front runners of the East, the Celtics and the Bucks, they look amazing. especially
Nah,
the
the
Celtics.
Celtics
Especially the
17 and
Celtics.
4. They look nice. They
Jason
blowing teams
Tatum
out.
is in MVP timing. So
Yeah, Tatum's looking like him.
Chris had to go take care of something. He's not gonna be able to be back for the rest of the episode, but he'll definitely be back on another time.
okay.
But yeah,
All right.
no. Another thing is like I was gonna say, the Warriors, they're back above 500 now, and that's really, it brings a lot of optimism for that Warriors locker room, especially all the media stuff that they've been fighting through the early season. They had to struggle through at first the Draymond and the Jordan Poole stuff, and then Clay was struggling a little bit. Curry had a little Curry slump. It's not, when Curry has a slump, it's not even that bad, but he had a slump. So they've been fighting off some of the media attention. So once they get that all, it looks like they started to get it all dealt with. But once they get that all figured out, that team is going to be right back to where they were last year. I strongly believe. How do you all feel about the Cavs still being up at the forefront of the best teams in the NBA right now?
Man, they playing good, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Donovan's been consistent. He hasn't just gotten the groove for a couple games and then went missing. He's been that guy for the Cavs this entire season. Even with DG coming back, they looking good together. Evan Mobley is nice. He's gonna be really nice in a couple years. Y'all heard what Giannis said about him. He said he got the potential to be better than him, which I'm not saying that. I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but that's a bit.
Giannis says some crazy stuff.
Nah, he
Giannis
does.
Giannis
He
says
does.
everybody is the best player in the league. Yeah, he's a nice guy. That's what he is.
Nah, but Evan Mobley's nice though. He's
yeah.
like, and he low-key has the same frame as him, for real. But he just needs to get stronger. He's
They
skinnier,
they
but
list
they
Evan
they kind of
Mobley
got the
as a
same frame.
4, which
Yeah, he's a
is a
4.
lot because of, but I think a lot of that is because of Jared Allen. But
Yeah.
if he is a 4, if we're saying he's a 4, in my opinion, he's top 5 4 in the league right now.
He's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he's gonna be good in a couple years. But now the Cavs, they got a good team. I think they can stay consistent. I think they definitely be that team in the East. That's right under the Bucks and the Celtics. They're not quite as good as them, but if they had a series, I think the Cavs can get two games in that series. They probably lose 4-2,
So
probably to both of them teams. But everybody else in the East, I think they'll give the Sixers a run for their money, even when they're fully healthy. I think the Cavs and the Sixers, they'll go 7 games at the way they're hooping right now.
so
They go 7 games with them.
do y'all consider the Cavs to be a legit contender this year? Like they can legitimately compete for an NBA championship this year?
I think their ceiling is going to be Eastern Conference Finals. I wouldn't really be surprised if they went to 7 with the Bucks or the Celtics and they somehow won. I kind of would, but I can't see them leading the East. I can't see them going past both of them. I can't see that right now. But
In my
they're
opinion,
working toward it though.
I say no just because the way that I expect it to come out, they would probably have to beat one of them back to back to do that. Like they'd have to go through the Celtics and then go through the Bucks if
Yeah,
everything were to work out the way. So I don't think they have the
because
experience to
if
do
the
that right
season ended
now.
right now, yeah, they be playing the Bucks in the second round, and
Yeah.
that's tough matchups.
So it'll really boil down to experience for me. But like on paper, depth wise, they got the depth to contend for a championship. Like their bench isn't amazing, but their bench is good enough when it comes to running like an 8-9 man rotation. They got the
Yeah,
size. They got the 2 twin towers down there to do it. They got the guard play. So I think that they have a small chance to contend. It's better than some of the teams out west that you would think are contenders, in my opinion. Like I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I think that they're more of a contender than a lot of teams in the NBA right now. Like I put them at like the 4 to 5 range when it comes to
yeah,
realistically winning the championship this year.
they playing good basketball. Man, I wish my Knicks would have got Donovan in the off season, man. That is crazy. If we would have got Donovan in the off season with Brunson and all them, we would have been a top. We would have been a top 5 team in the East.
Yeah, but I
We could
mean
have got
Brunson's
at
amazing though.
least. Yeah. Now Brunson's
We
been
talked
good, but
about Brunson last week. Like
yeah, I
Brunson
seen the
has
clip. I just
he
seen them
got
clips.
a legit role in the NBA right now. Like he's averaging
Yeah,
21 as the guy for the Knicks. 21
yeah,
isn't insane or crazy, but that's good numbers, especially for Brunson because I don't expect that for him. Well, from
Yeah, and
last year.
I think he's averaging like 9 assists too. And he's been up there with his assists too. Brunson is nice. Like I be watching this. I mean, I be watching the Knicks every time I get a chance to. So if I see like we play Detroit tonight, I might be able to watch it. But like when he be getting like in the perimeter, man, like that, it's like automatic. Like all these, he got the bumps, he got the all these angles. He'll go right around you. He'll spin off. Like I be seeing his shot rarely get blocked. Like he knows how to get to his spots at the elite level. That's why, like he's definitely going to be a good player for years to come because he does that. He's like in a class of his own, really, when it comes to that because he's nice. His footwork is impeccable.
I have seen Donovan Mitchell drop a 57-point performance in a game one opening game in a series against the Denver Nuggets. I believe if Donovan Mitchell shows the scoring ability that he has shown before in the playoffs, he has been one of the most consistent people in the playoffs. He just hasn't had the team to have the success. I feel like if he could take that and translate that to Cleveland, there's no way this team isn't a contender, in my opinion. If Donovan Mitchell is coming out and dropping 45 like he has before, and I don't think he's had. Let me check. He hasn't had a series. He's only had one series where he hasn't had a 30-point game, and that was in his second year in the league.
The bubble Donovan Mitchell gave us
Bubble
one of
Donovan,
the best
that's a
playoff
top 10 player.
performances ever.
Bubble Donovan Mitchell, a top 10 player in the
He was
league.
putting up Jordan numbers in the bubble.
Yeah,
like,
he was going crazy.
How crazy he was going.
Hey, this is what people don't know about Donovan. You know Donovan's playoff average, like all time wise, is I think he's like top 5. If he's not top 5, he's like 6. Like LeBron averages like a little bit more than Donovan in the playoffs. I think Donovan's playoff average is like 28 a game. That's insane.
Very cliche.
Y'all know who's number one though, by the way.
But Donovan Mitchell, his playoff performances remind me of a young D Wade, and it makes me very excited to watch.
That's how he moves.
If Donovan Mitchell can take that rock, the chip on his shoulder, and perform that he had the way that he has before, when he has a good team, the sky is the limit for them. Because he goes out there and he proves that nobody can guard him. So we'll see how that translates to the playoffs. Are you guys ready to hop into our top 10 players?
Yeah. Oh wait, let me say something real quick. Yeah, I'm ready. But Cam, if Donovan Mitchell leads the Cavs to the Eastern Conference Finals, not the chip, because at the chip that would be no question. But if he leads them to the Eastern Conference Finals and he stays consistent for the whole year, you got him. You gonna say he's better than Devin Booker?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say that my opinion has changed on him, even just in the past year.
I'm telling you, I was telling everybody last year Donovan was the best 2 guard in the league. I was like, Devin Booker's tough. I like Devin Booker's game better than Donovan's, just in terms of like how they play, like the style of play. But Donovan and Devin Booker are like, if anything, they're like this. You can't say Booker. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Because
I think Donovan Mitchell.
I like D Book though. D Book's nice.
I don't know if y'all know D Book is my second favorite player. Probably my favorite player in the league, actually.
Yeah.
Book is,
he just dropped 44 yesterday, I think.
The way he plays is just it's a work of art.
It is.
So, I think Donovan Mitchell is better now. I will say that when Devin Booker was coming off of that playoff run that they had,
he was cooking.
That's when I would have said that Devin Booker was.
Yeah, okay, he was playing like the best 2 in the league at that time.
I'll give him that in that point. But now I think Donovan Mitchell has not only caught up but surpassed his peer. But that's a good little friendly competition.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, but Donovan was getting off that year too. But the Jazz didn't beat the Clippers when I think it was when Kawhi went down. Yeah, because they played with no Kawhi.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I feel like this week we should go in reverse order and count down. I feel like we should go honorable mention through 8. Yeah.
I like it.
All right, so if you guys have any honorable mentions, state them first, and then 10, 9, and 8.
Okay.
All right.
So
man, I didn't even think about honorable mentions.
Who's starting? I can start because I do have an honorable mention.
Okay.
And I'll go after you.
I have a reason why too. So
all right.
My honorable mention is SGA.
Okay. That's the first person I thought of. That's the first person I thought of when I was thinking honorable mention. But go ahead though. Go ahead.
And he's my honorable mention. I did have him at 10. I had him at 10, but I removed him because my 10, and you'll see when it's my 10. I don't think that he's better than the 10 right now. Like he probably should be there when you look numbers wise and play wise. But I think that through the year, and I had this prediction since before the year. So I think that through the year that my 10 will be better than him. So I'll get into it with my 10. My 10 is Anthony Davis. And before the season started, I said that if Anthony Davis is healthy for the whole year, he'll go back to being a top 5 player in the league. I think he's only played 13 games this season. So he hasn't been getting it the way everybody else has, but he's still
Yeah.
averaging like 23 points, two blocks, 9 boards. So AD to me, he's still AD. Everybody talks about his health and him being an injury liability, like that takes away from his game. When AD is healthy and when he's playing, he's definitely a top 10 player in the league. It's not too many people that can stop him. So I got AD at my 10. At 9, I got D Mitch. We was just talking about Donovan. Bucket. If not the best shooting guard in the league, he's number 2. So yeah, he speaks for himself. He's been doing crazy things for the Cavs. He's been doing crazy things his whole career, really. He's leading the Cavs right now. So Donovan Mitchell's at my 9. At my 8, I got D Book. We was literally just talking about that. I think that, like you said, they here and there. I would really want to put D Book higher on my list, but he's had consistency issues his whole career. But he's got to stay more consistent. But D Book this year has been amazing. Like I said, he just put up 44. That's his second 40-point game of the season so far, and we not 30 games in. So D Book is just an absolute bucket. It's been on an absolute tear. So that's my honorable mention through 8.
Honorable mention is gonna be Jimmy Butler. The way that he leads the Heat, year in and year out is just something. And he has the Jimmy effect on every team that he goes to. He cannot be on a bad team. Every team he goes to, he's gonna make them if not a contender, at least a middle of the back team. My 10 is gonna be John Morant. My 9 is gonna be Anthony Davis, and then my 8 is gonna be LeBron James.
You got LeBron in the top 10 still?
I still have LeBron as a top 10 basketball player.
Oh no, I definitely got him at top 10. I ain't gonna disrespect Bron. I think I'm gonna put Bron
Can't do it.
right after Tatum. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So
to me, it's not a disrespect thing because it's LeBron's aging. Before the season, I did have LeBron and still being a top 10 player in the league. As the year has went on, it's not so much that he's fell off because at least he's still putting up great numbers. There's just a lot of guys who's playing out
The
of the
people
man.
on the rise.
There's the NBA is probably the most talented it's been in a long time right now. Like these young guys really who
I say ever.
maybe ever. It's not crazy to say ever.
Rob.
all right. I didn't have an honorable mention, but now that I think about it, SGA and Jimmy, them is 2 good candidates right there. Them is probably people who just missed the cut. But my 10, I got D Book. I almost forgot about him. But I was like, nah, he definitely got to be in there. Spider, I got him at 8. I think he's been chewing.
You said like, who was your 9?
Oh, my 9, I got AD. AD, he's working his way back up there.
Okay.
He's been playing pretty good. And I think he had 3 straight 30 and 15 games. I don't know what their record was in those games, but he's been getting off though. So the Lakers been looking a little better too. They've been looking, even though they lost last night. But yeah. And then I got D Mitch, how he leading the Cavs, like you said, best 2 guard in the league. I've been saying it. Yeah, so that's 10 through 8 right there.
Let's discuss each other's 10 through 8. I'm gonna go through everybody real quick. Mally had honorable mention SGA, and then 10 AD, 9 D Mitch, and 8 D Book. So he still has Devin Booker above Donovan Mitchell. I had Jimmy Butler at my honorable mention, then John Morant at the 10 spot, AD and LeBron. And then Rob has SGA and Jimmy as his honorable mentions, and then D Book at 10, AD at 9, and Donovan Mitchell at 8.
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna switch them because I already said it. if
Mhm.
you switch D Book and D Mitch, I'm not mad at it. I think that
Okay.
my putting D Book over is probably biased. I really like D Book. I like D Book a lot, so that's a
Mhm.
little
Yeah.
bit biased. But we all had a similar little three right there. Everybody
Yeah.
had same guys, same group of guys, really.
I'm gonna argue that AD is better than both Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker, and I want to hear you guys' rebuttal to this, and here is why. I believe that if you put a healthy Anthony Davis on the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Phoenix Suns, that his production is going to lead to more team success for both teams, and that's saying a lot for the Cleveland Cavaliers right now because they've been winning games, and so are the Suns. But I feel like if you subtracted Donovan Mitchell or Devin Booker and just put a healthy AD on those teams, people forget how good AD was when he was on the Pelicans. Like that team was horrible. And then he came up and he started playing the way that he was. And then he came to the Lakers, won the championship, and now he's been battling injuries. And the way that he's been battling injuries has made people forget how good Anthony Davis truly is. And he's been showing it within the past few games with LeBron being gone. And even when LeBron came back, his production hasn't dipped too much in the past 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
I
AD's been playing good this year.
I
I
agree
ain't
with
gonna lie.
you for the most part. The only reason I won't say that AD's better than them list wise is because of the health part. Like I gotta
Yeah.
include health. Availability is a part of basketball. So if AD played all of last season, all of this season fully healthy, he probably would be over them. If AD played this whole season healthy and he was able to keep up them numbers how he has, probably be top five. Well, not probably, he would be top five. He would be top five player in the
Yeah.
league. But his availability, not being able to play, it definitely has to take a part in that. And I don't agree with what
Yeah.
you said about the Cavs. If you put AD on the Suns, they become a better team because the Suns' big play isn't amazing. But if you take Donovan Mitchell off of the Cavs and put AD on, it makes a difference. But I don't think they're a miles ahead better than they were
Yeah.
before.
Because that backcourt duo is nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess if you take one big away, I mean, the other big, AD and whoever you pair him up with, that'd be a nice duo too. But I mean,
Comment said AD been top
it's not
5
gonna
in the
win
league
shit.
these last few weeks.
Yeah, nah, he has.
Man.
But look though, AD's talent has never been in question. His talent, he's probably a top 5, top 6 talent in the league, just off of skill alone and what he can do when he's
Right.
healthy. But like Mally said, you got to factor in his health. Now he's been hurt this year, but he's been playing good. He's been playing good basketball over these past couple weeks. So I mean, if he stays healthy for the next few months, and he could just continues to play how he plays, he's definitely gonna. I wouldn't if you put him over D mentioned D Book. I mean, I wouldn't blame you because I mean it's AD. He's gotta keep going though. But he's working his way back up there though. I didn't even have him in my top 10 before the season started, and he's already back in it because I know what he can do. But he just got to keep going though.
Availability is the best ability. That's
It's
a
the
fact.
best ability.
I tell my kids that all the time. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And when you look
All
at
right.
the guys on the top of not just my list, but I'm pretty sure everybody else's list, they all have 21, 22 games played and are averaging the same numbers with 22 games played. So AD's 13 games played. They definitely got to
And
factor
I
in.
also want to point out that what you guys have said in the comment. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Anyways, a comment said that Devin Booker is not top 10, too much talent. But I'm a I can agree. But
I
anyways,
can't.
no. Back to what I was saying.
Who you
With,
gonna take him out
with
for?
huh? Who would I take Devin Booker out for?
I'm saying if
John
D
Morant.
Book's my top 10,
I
I got
think
Ja in
John
my top
Morant
10.
is
Ja,
better
I
than
got Ja better than D Book
No.
I
right
have Ja
now.
in my 10 spot.
No.
I don't have D
What?
Book in my top
No.
Wait,
10.
Ja averaging 30 right now?
I don't have I didn't have Devin Booker in my top 10 or honorable mentions.
Ja averaged 28.5 right now. D Book averaged 27.9.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
How many
personally.
assists is Ja averaging?
Hold on. Ja averaged 7.6. D Book averaged
Okay.
5.8.
So they
Across the
similar.
board, I mean they very similar guys.
they're
And
very
I
similar.
think like them three right there, they're like closer than what people think.
I'm
Like
not acting
Ja
like
is
it's
just
ridiculous to say that because it's not crazy to
yeah.
say that John Morant's better than D Book. D Book is scoring wise is the best the best scoring, one of the best. I'm not gonna say the best, one of the best scoring guards in the league. The way he
Yeah, for
scores the
sure.
ball and how efficiently he scores the ball, though. D Book don't take a lot of bad looks. Like, you feel me? D Book don't take a lot of shots that are questionable. Neither does Ja, though. So I mean, I'm not mad at saying that. I
All
feel
right.
like I feel like D Book is
I
top
wanna. Are you guys ready to jump into 7-4?
Yeah.
All right.
five.
Let's go in reverse order this time. Rob, you give us your 7-4, and then I'll go, and then Mally, you go.
All right, cool.
Okay.
At 7, I got Ja. At 6, I got Bron. At 5, I got JT, and then at 4, I got Luca.
Wrong, but right at the same time.
All right. And then I have at 7, I have Embiid. At 6, I have Tatum. At 5, I have Jokic, and at 4, I have Kevin Durant.
You be tweaking, cuz you be tweaking. How does I'll say it afterwards.
Man,
Yeah.
did I Man, I think I did. Nah, I forgot Embiid. Bron, I might have to knock
That's why
Bron out
that's why
that
Brian's
top
that's why
10. I
Brian's
ain't
not
gonna
in my
lie.
top 10, but
Yeah,
look,
I don't know. I might have to knock
at,
him out if
at
he
7,
he so low. Maybe Brian. I think I got him too high. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna put Embiid in there.
you gonna take
That's a
replace
good.
Embiid for LeBron?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Then my
I can't have him out.
at my 7, I got Jokic. At 6, I got Jason Tatum. At 5, I got Joel Embiid, and at 4, I got Luca. Now, Kim, let's get to you real quick, Kim. Did you have LeBron at 5 or 6?
Me,
Yeah, you.
I had LeBron at 8.
No, you had LeBron at 8.
Yeah, I
Okay,
had
say everybody's
at
again, because I think I got it mixed up.
okay, I'll go through everybody else's 7. I'll go through everybody's 7-4. Rob had John Morant at 7, Embiid at 6, JT at 5, and Luka at 4. I had Embiid at 7, Tatum at 6, Jokic at 5, and KD at 4.
Yeah, but then I gotta have him. I gotta have Jokic in there too, bro.
And
Jokic.
then Mally, you had Jokic at 7, JT at 6, Embiid at 5, and Luka at 4.
So who
Which
said Brian? That was
I
Brian.
I
You
did,
did?
but I'm taking him out though. He
Okay.
can't be in there.
No, he can't.
He
That's
can't
what
be
I'm
in there. Now
saying.
that
No
I realize.
disrespect to Brian, because I love LeBron.
Yeah, no,
I'm a big
disrespect to
fan.
Brian.
There's
No
too
disrespect.
there's too many talented guys in the NBA right now. It's like we talked about last week, or was that? It might have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was when we was doing top 10. It's now. I think it went down. The number went down. I think it's 6 or 7 guys in the NBA right now that are averaging 30. 30. They're averaging 30 points. Never been done before in NBA history. I can't give that to Brian when you got a group of guys, like a legit group of guys averaging 30 points in the league right now. We'll rank your top. Marcus, we'll rank your top 10 after we get through everybody's, because I see it. We're gonna review yours after we finish ours.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 6 guys averaging 30 right now.
6
Which
guys
is
averaging
absolutely
30.
insane.
It's
And
insane.
then
If
you
Brian is
got
gonna
2
be on
guys
your
in
list,
Donovan Mitchell and John Morant at 28.
if Brian is gonna be on your list, he definitely has to be at 10, like at the minimum.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. I think I just took D Book out too. I think D Book just missed the cut. Cause
Until
I think
AD
D-Book
takes the
just
reins
missed
of that Lakers team, I don't have him being better than LeBron.
So where are y'all placing Embiid? Because to me, this is another crucial.
Yeah, I got Embiid right behind Jokic.
Okay.
Embiid,
You have Embiid better than Jason Tatum? Let's talk about that.
Me?
Who
No.
is the
Tatum's in my top 5.
No, he's
I
talking
got
about me. He's talking
I'm
about
talking
me.
about Mally. Mally has Embiid better than Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Nah.
Y'all, listen.
They close though.
Listen.
Let's discuss that.
Embiid right now is having the same availability issues as Anthony Davis. So he does,
Correct.
and it's gonna seem a little biased because he does have the same amount of games played as Anthony Davis. He got 13 games played. In those 13 games, though, he's averaging 32 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks a game. Let's not also forget that he just had what did he put up? Did he have a 50 ball? Or was it 40? He had
Who?
59. Embiid had
And yeah, no, he
59
was
the
getting
other day.
buckets. He was getting buckets.
Embiid is the most unstoppable big man in the NBA. Right or wrong?
But
Name a better big
I
man.
don't.
Name
I
a
got.
better big
I
man
think
than
Jokic is
Embiid.
better than him.
Stop it.
I got Jokic better.
This year, if Embiid was playing the same amount of games, if Embiid was healthy the whole year and he had his 20 games, his stats would be way better than Jokic. The 76ers would have a couple of more wins, and they would probably be one of the top 3 teams in the East.
like his
They'd
availability
be up there,
more.
but I
And
think
on top of that,
when Jokic evens out, bro, like, I mean, when he keeps playing, he just got to get more games under his belt. But his stats are definitely going to go up. We've seen it over the past couple of years.
I've told y'all multiple times I like Embiid over Jokic no matter what
Yeah,
year
nah,
it
you
was.
done said
Last
that.
year, the year before that, I like Embiid over Jokic. So, to me, Embiid is the best big man in the NBA right now.
I cannot say the same. I'm gonna have to disagree with you mainly because Jokic, for one, he's gonna get similar numbers, not the same, but Embiid, his numbers aren't amazing compared to Jokic, and then I'm taking Jokic's passing way over Embiid.
Man,
Like Jokic, he plays out there. Like when he's passing, it looks like he's a guard. Like it's crazy.
It's like you can substitute it though. He's a better passer, better playmaker. Embiid is a way better defender, like a way miles ahead defender.
Mm-hmm.
So if you substitute the passing for the defense, and then you just got offense for offense.
Jokic might be a better rebounder too. I know he averages more.
But here's my thing.
No, you don't average that.
Jokic averaged 14 last year.
Right
I'm
now.
not mistaken, or the year before. I know he's averaging a lot too right now. Jokic be getting boards.
I'm factoring in playoff performances as well.
He's averaging 10. See how much Jokic is averaging. I would bet that Jokic averages more than Embiid.
He's averaging 9.8.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to point out to you guys who leads the NBA in rebounding average right now. AD leads with 12.3 rebounds.
Yeah, AD's been snagging.
This is in. Call me what you want.
Giannis is always up there too.
Back-to-back MVPs and all that. Call me what you want. Say what you want.
How much is Giannis
AD's a better comp to Joel than Jokic is right now.
What I factor in
when probably better than both, or just as good.
Yeah, when AD's healthy, he's better than both. He's better than both when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I think that Jason Tatum is a better basketball player than Embiid, and
that was what we originally were saying, because you said, how do I have JT? Embiid over JT, right?
I got JT's better.
I'll tell you. Jason Tatum, I said Devin Booker's my favorite guy in the league right now. Jason Tatum is probably a that far away of a second because of the way he scores the ball. I like the way he scores the ball too. When Jason Tatum fully understands how to take over a game and how to do the things that he needs to do for his team to win, like when he steps into a 4-leader role, is when Jason Tatum to me will be a top 3 guy in the league. Right,
but I've seen him do it though. We've seen him do it. He just got to keep it going.
He's got to do it consistently, right?
Yeah, he's got to do it consistently. He just got to keep it going. But he's right there though. Let's not act like he's not going to do it, because it's not even a matter of. He's not. It's not a matter of if. Yeah, it's a matter of when.
It's when. Right.
And it looks like he might be on that path this season. I mean,
so to me,
he's number 1 on the MVP ladder board.
Right. This year could definitely be the year. It's 70
30
games.
and 8.
I mean, it's almost 60 games left to still play though. So it's a lot of basketball. To me, with Joel Embiid, I know what I'm getting every game. I know what Joel Embiid is. I know what Joel Embiid is gonna do for you night in.
So what about playoff success and playoff performances?
Yeah, Tatum's got him in that too.
Absolutely. If you look at Jason Tatum compared to Embiid in playoff,
Tatum's been to the championship. He led them to
Jason Tatum went to that
ring.
Jason Tatum led.
Embiid.
Really
I'm not gonna lie. Embiid was Embiid was a shot away from
Eastern Conference Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh yeah, that was the Eastern Conference.
But
Embiid's never been to an Eastern Conference.
Look at his team that year. I know that, but look at his team that year. Jason Tatum led a really good team a really
Yeah.
well coached defensive team to the finals. Not saying that anybody could have stepped in and did what Jason Tatum did for that team, but years before that, when they wasn't that good, Jason Tatum was falling short like Embiid, and he was getting the same hate for his playoff consistency like Embiid. So I'm not
He
gonna
was
say
also
that
19.
But look though, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals
he
when
was
Tatum was
19.
a rookie, and Tatum
he was
and Tatum
19.
was trying to go toe to toe with Bron at 19.
He hooped against Brian. Great series.
Hooped.
Great
And
series.
and then boomed on him.
2018 was a great series for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Joel
Hey, if
Embiid.
Kyrie and Gordon Hayward played,
Joel
man, they
Embiid
probably
has
win that
listen. Joel Embiid has his best team that he's had so far, right? This is the
Yeah.
best 76ers team, right? So if Joel Embiid stays
Talent-wise.
healthy, talent-wise, they still got a lot of meshing to do team-wise. But if Joel Embiid stays healthy with the talent that he has around him this year, I bet that they have the ability to make that same type of playoff run. They got everything else. They just didn't have the talent.
What about last year? James
They
Harden
didn't have the talent.
I mean, they pretty much got the same team after they got Harden. I mean, who have they added?
Maxi's a completely different player.
Yeah, but Maxey. I mean, yeah, he's been getting more buckets this year, but Maxey was still getting buckets last year.
Harden is also a completely different player.
He's looking better. He is.
This year's Harden, two
He
different
is.
people.
Yeah, I guess we just gonna have to see him, but they're not playing better than the Bucks, Celtics. I can't see him beating the Bucks and Celtics for sure. And I told, like I said earlier, I think the Cavs give the Sixers a run for their money. I don't know who, if both teams are fully healthy, I don't know who would come out on top, but I don't know if I would bet on the Cavs. It's close though, but I know what Embiid's gonna
Cavs
do.
and Sixers?
Yeah, the Cavs and the
7-game
Sixers.
series. It's going to 7.
Yeah, I think it might be going to 7. And if Game 7's in Cleveland, if Game 7's in Cleveland, I might go. Yeah, it's a coin toss. That's a pick'em series. But I'm gonna go Cleveland though, just because I like Donovan. You know,
Maxey's better by a decent margin. Harden's been a good amount better.
Yeah,
Maxey's better by a lot. Last year Maxey and this year
tough.
Maxey is two different people. Maxey's a lot better than he was last year.
Yeah.
He's a bucket. On to the where we at?
And then I also wanted to say
that
y'all both have Luka entirely too low, and that leads us into our next point.
Ooh, Luka's at 4.
Yeah, both of y'all have Luka at 4, and that is entirely too low.
Are you crazy?
Riley, can you give us your top 3?
Top 3. At 3, I got Kevin Durant. At 2, I got Stephen Curry, and at 1, I got Giannis. Not much of debate there.
Not much of debate at all.
I have Curry at 3, Luka at 2, and Giannis at 1.
Gosh. Bro,
yo,
stop.
You're trolling.
I was so serious.
Finals MVP. He's having a better, bro. He's averaging like 32, 7 and 7.
Luka averaging 33 though.
Yeah, no. Luka's I got Luka at 4.
He's trolling though. He's trolling.
He's not better than KD.
I'm so serious.
That's really your list.
Luka's nice.
I've had my list like this forever. And remember what we talked about last week? Rob, you weren't here.
You did say that last week.
I said that Luka was a better player than Curry.
No, and I'm telling you,
you need to be drug tested right now. Look, before we even get to Steph, let's talk about KD. Did you not see what KD just did yesterday?
Thank you, Rob.
19
for you see what Luka does every single night?
Luka's been getting buckets. I know. But KD's been getting buckets this year too. How much is KD averaging right now? I know it's close to 30. If it's not 30,
he's averaging 30. He's averaging 30 on 54% from the field though. Like we gotta.
How much? What about the 3? I need the field goal, 3-point, and free throw.
Man, he's 34% from the 3. 91.
Okay, he could be 50, better. 40, but 91, he's there. 54, 34, and 91. What man? That true shooting, that's a lot. But his 3-ball got to go up a little bit, but
he's putting up almost 7 boards, a couple assists, like so he's doing it all. Kevin Durant, listen to me. This is why Kevin Durant is at 3 right now, because we've seen Kevin Durant in the league for a really long time, right? Kevin Durant's been here forever, and this is his best year. Like this is his best shooting year, scoring wise. This is Kevin Durant's best year. He's already been top 3, has he not? Has Kevin Durant not been a top 3 player in the league? So a top 3 player in the league getting better, how do they move down?
Because, like you said about LeBron, everybody else is better. Luka wasn't in the league when KD was the top 3 player in the league.
If LeBron was averaging 30 points on his best shooting splits of his career, he would be in the top
Hey,
3.
another thing we're not talking
He
about
wouldn't be
either
better
is
than Luka right now.
defense. Think about this. They're bringing the same impact pretty much on the offensive end, and KD's doing much more on the defensive end. He's defending fives. He's blocking Miles Turner at the rim. He's getting multiple he's getting steals.
Luka's averaging a triple-double almost.
Come on.
Luka's
definitely a top 5 player. Luka's definitely one of the ones.
Luka averages 33, 8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and almost 2 steals a game, shooting 50% from the field, 30% from 3, and 73 from the free throw line. So
yeah, he got to go up on them. But 50 from the field is
50
from the field is nice.
No,
that's nice. His 3-ball definitely got to go up. He's better than 30. Luka can get like 35, 36. He's not no 40% shooter, but he can get about 30. I can see him at 35.
So Rob, you got KD, Steph, Giannis though too, right?
Yeah, I got Luka, KD, Steph, Giannis.
So Cam, my question to you is, because even if you want to say that Luka's the 3 is more acceptable, why is Luka your 2? How is Luka better than Steph?
Yeah, no, Luka better than Steph is wild. Coming off his 4th chip, Finals MVP, and he's playing at an elite level.
Coming into the season, I had Stephen Curry better than Luka Doncic, just like every other season. However, the season that we are seeing from Luka Doncic is absolutely impeccable. And I just wanted to point out to you guys that he is averaging 33.1 points right now.
Yeah.
That's
not too far
3
behind.
more points per game than Giannis. Then Giannis and KD. And where's Curry? Curry averages 31.4, right? And
look at he's 50, 40, 90 though.
Look at the splits though. Read off Steph's splits.
Luka shooting 50 as well.
50, 40, 90. Steph Curry is 52% from the field, 44% from the 3, which is absolutely insane. And 91 from the free throw line.
Come on, Luka plays on the Dallas Mavericks. He's making the Dallas Mavericks relevant. Who else is on the Dallas Mavericks?
They've been relevant.
First of all,
I'm looking up who their second highest scorer is.
The Mavs suck 1,000%.
It's probably Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie
probably is. Spencer Dinwiddie might be their second score. Okay,
it's Dinwiddie or Hardaway. The Mavs suck. You're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. What are they? The 8 in the East right now? 7. They're not like they're winning. So he's on a team that sucks. Yes, but he's still not winning.
Year in and year out, Luka makes that team a contender. He does. The favorites, the Clippers. They were the favorites to win the title that year.
Hold on.
He beat them in the bubble by himself.
Second best player doesn't start.
They didn't win that series.
Hey, then hold on. We talked about that. We talked about that last
He took him to 7 though. He took him to 7.
He took that team to 7. My fault.
He took him to 7.
Spencer Dinwiddie is the second. Okay.
How much is Dinwiddie averaging?
Christian Wood both average 17.1. So there.
Okay, I would have thought Dinwiddie was
Christian
getting off
Wood
like 20.
Is coming off of the bench. That's the reason they suck, because they don't give Christian Wood 30 minutes a game.
That's a very valid point. The fact that he is averaging 17 still with everything that he's been going through is kind of impressive.
But still, even with the Mavs having less, Steph Curry does not have a lot right now. I know we're looking at it because they just came off of a championship, but that second unit is defensively not the same without Gary Payton. So they're not the same defensively. Jordan Poole is still not finding his consistency, but why did I just blank on his name? What's Young Bull's name from the Warriors?
Moody.
Not Moody, the other one.
You talking Kuminga?
Kuminga.
Yeah.
Kuminga has not been doing it. So the Warriors bench is not that good, and Klay Thompson not playing good. The Warriors don't look like they have the same supporting cast as they usually do right now, and Steph Curry is still putting up the same numbers. So I feel like team-wise, it's you can't say that their teams are far off from each other. They're about the same amount of wins. They're playing around the same. So I don't think that the team aspect is that much of a factor for real.
Yeah. And Clay's starting to find his footing, so the Warriors is definitely about to jump up in the rankings. I don't know how many they've won out of their past like 6 or 7, but I bet they got a good record because they were not above 500 a couple weeks ago, and now I think they're 11-10, and they starting to get back up there. So the
I think
Warriors,
Clay needs
they're
to
about
be
to start
traded.
climbing. You think Clay's no. Clay's averaging 24 on 54. I think 50-40.
That's
I think 50-40.
but
I don't know if he's 50-40-90, but I know he's 50-40
is-
in the past 5 games.
I don't think it's that
Them is
crazy
elite
to say
numbers.
though. I don't think it's that crazy to say just because when you look at the future, Clay's not getting much better. Matter of fact, Clay's regressing. Clay's getting worse. You need Jordan Poole to get better if you want to keep the dynasty alive. And right now, probably was Clay's last year being as valuable as he is. So if you were to try to get rid of Clay, you'd be able to get the most for him right now, and not in 2 years when he's really, really regressing. Warriors' talent is still miles ahead. Yep, that's facts. They are, but they.
I have a question though. So Luka, in my opinion, well, no, hands down, Luka is the better playmaker than Steph Curry and KD. He's the better rebounder than 7-foot KD, and he is a better playmaker than KD, and he is a better rebounder than Steph Curry, hands down. That's not even close. Luka is also a better scorer than both of them. There is not a player in this league that can contain
just because he averages more.
Luka is a better scorer than KD and Stephen Curry. There is
get help.
He averages more points. He's not a better scorer.
He's averaging more points, but go watch Luka. He's giving every single player buckets. Nobody can guard him. He's out there doing whatever he wants. He's out there doing exactly what he wants to do every single player.
Irving, if you didn't know that, he's playing with Kyrie. He's still KD. You don't think KD would be getting all them shots that Luka's taking in Dallas? But KD would probably average 35 in Dallas. Probably with ease too. He might average close to 40. Cam, if he's on the tear.
Cam, what did I tell you last week, Cam?
You told me that Steph was the better point guard and player than Luka
everything
Doncic.
You just named, besides rebounding. I'll give him rebounding. Forget Kevin Durant. I don't want to compare Kevin Durant. Let's talk about Steph Curry and Luka. Like I said, I'll say it again. He's not a better playmaker. I don't know where you got. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where
he averages more assists right now.
Averaging more assists doesn't make you a better playmaker.
Okay, but that's a direct step.
It depends what you define as playmaking. Luka's a better facilitator.
He is. He facilitates that offense.
Yeah, he's probably a better facilitator. He does.
Steph don't facilitate that offense, though. He don't.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Steph, listen. Let me say something.
Still averages like 6 or 7.
Steph doesn't have to facilitate that offense. The offense is made to facilitate for Steph. Okay, so that's the first thing. The system doesn't allow for Steph to facilitate. When you look back at the beginning of Steph's career, when he had other scoring options around him, Steph Curry is first of all primary ball handler, coming through, running your offense. All of that is a part of being a playmaker, right? So Steph Curry, to me, has the edge over Luka in all of those aspects of running my offense, bringing the ball up court, being a great ball handler, and he passes the ball just as well. Luka chooses to pass the ball more. The offense is made for Steph Curry to get the shot, so why would he be passing?
I'm gonna give Steph the edge on the defensive end over Luka. Give me Steph over Luka on the defensive end. Yes.
That one's
give me Steph.
That one's here. I call it
give
even.
me Steph.
Matter of fact, I call it defense
is
even.
Is Luka an average defender in the league right now? I know, Brad. Luka said the other day that he's been playing. Nobody's gonna give him no credit. He's been playing better defense, but the defense before that. Can we talk about just the standard defense
Where
that
we
Luka
at
played?
right now, bro?
You said what?
Where we at right now? That's a point. Part of the reason I had Curry above him at the start of the season, but it's different now. It's completely different now. Luka is the better player than both of them. Both of those players. He is a better scorer. He's a better facilitator. He's a better rebounder than both players. And the fact that he's a better rebounder pisses me off.
That's it.
Yeah. Hold on, because I went on my rant about facilitating, but let's get into scoring, because there's no way you're gonna sit here. He's not a better scorer than KD, but we're not gonna get into that. He's definitely
Did Steph win the scoring title in 2021?
He's definitely not a better scorer than Steph Curry.
Who's gonna win? We know who's gonna win the scoring title this year. It's not even. Bro, if Luka stays healthy, he's winning the scoring title.
We have 60 games of basketball left, Cam.
I understand this now. Bro,
Tatum,
when you talk
about
healthy,
he's winning the scoring title. Nobody is a better scorer than Luka right now in the NBA.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay.
When you talk about scoring in the game of basketball, and you mentioned the name Steph Curry, he's completely changed the way that basketball is even being played.
Steph is one of the best scorers ever.
But he's not the greatest scorer ever.
What? He's one of them?
How many
He's one
scores?
of
How
the-
many scores in NBA history are better than Steph Curry? We can name them on this hand, on this 5 fingers.
Okay.
We can name them.
Yes.
You're right. Okay,
Yes.
and Luka's not far behind.
But
Luka
he's
is gonna
behind,
get
right?
there.
But he's behind, right?
Because he's young. Like 10. Bro, he's young.
All right, cool.
He's
cool,
young.
cool.
Let Luka
So we
get
saying
there.
pump the brakes. We saying pump the
Yeah,
brakes.
pump the
No, I'm
brakes.
not saying pump the brakes on
Pump the
nothing
brakes.
because
You
right
got
now
too
he's a
much-
better scorer than Stephen
got
Curry.
too much
Luka
dick on
Doncic
your
is
dick
a
right
better
now.
scorer. He is better at putting the ball in the rim than Stephen Curry.
Hey, and can we talk about efficiency too? What is Steph averaging? One less point on way better efficiency. He's shooting higher from the field. He's killing him from 3-point range. That's a 14% difference. And the free throw, it's 18% difference, almost 20. It's not close. And Steph is shooting
Let me tell you
69%
something.
true shooting.
Let me tell you
Do you know
something.
that means every 10
And
shots he's taking, 7 of them are going in? That's
Let me
damn
tell you
near like
something,
and
Cam.
Luka yet
69%.
still has a higher efficiency.
Let me tell you something,
Who?
Cam.
How?
Luka still has a higher efficiency.
No, he doesn't. He's
Yeah,
not more
his
efficient
efficiency
than Steph
rating is
Curry.
34.7
They're
and Steph's
lying.
is 33.
They're lying.
Oh,
He's
you
not
talking
more
about player
efficient.
efficiency rating?
Oh, Pete, come on, bro. That's a fake stat. That is a fake basketball stat. I listen. Let me tell you something. There's another
Let me
guy
see Luka.
that
Let
made
me see Luka.
that was the honorable mention. We all had him as an honorable mention. SGA is not far behind. Let me see exactly how many points he averages. I know it's not that far behind though. He's averaging 31, right? Another guy who's 2 points behind Luka. And let's listen to his splits real quick. 50% from the field, 34% from the three, better than Luka, and 91% from the free throw. So you have multiple guys who are 2 points off. 2 points is not a lot of buckets. We know that.
Yeah.
Who are
On
shooting
better efficiency.
on
Hey, look,
way
and I
better
just
efficiency.
and I just looked up Luka's true shooting percentage. It's 60, which is great. That's a great percentage. But Steph is at 69.
That's
He
crazy.
is cooked. He is cooking.
That's crazy.
That's a 10. That's a 10% difference.
That's crazy, but it's
10%
also
difference between
another.
true shooting.
That's another fake
It's
basketball
levels to it.
stat. That's another fake basketball stat.
No. True shooting percentage. That's
It's all of them
just
together, but
that's
it's
accumulation
a
of
fake. It's
the
a
field
fake one.
goals.
That's
That's
why we
just
have
numbers.
splits.
PER is different, but the splits. The splits. They speak for themselves too.
Splits
He's
don't
killing
lie.
them.
Splits don't lie. That's how the
He's
saying
above
goes.
him. He's positive in each split, no matter what you want to look at. And I know he probably shoots better from 2, because that's another 2-point field goal percentage. Is also his 2-point field goal percentage has been crazy this year.
All
Man,
Listen. Luka Doncic. Scoring the basketball, we got driving to the rim and finishing. Who's the better finisher?
Curry.
Steph.
Okay.
Right, he's definitely the better finisher.
What are you going on
What?
about right
Luka-
now, dude?
Luka can
What?
finish. Luka can finish, but he's not a better finisher than Steph.
What are
You're
you
drunk if you
going
think
on
that.
about right now?
I don't even want to finish. I don't even want to finish what I was getting into.
Bro,
The fact
why
that
are
gimme,
you talking
that's a
about Luka's
gimme.
finishing like he's one?
A
Steph's one of
gimme?
the best finishers in the league. Is Luka?
When you talk
Is
about
Luka one of the best
when you
finishers
talk
in the
about
league?
when you
He
talk
can
about
finish, but that don't mean he's a Steph's the top. He's a top 10
Right.
finisher, especially at the guard position.
now, let me tell you this. This is another stat. This isn't a stat, so it's not going to be on the sheets. But when you have two guys, and let's just say you want to call their finishing even, it's here, right? Steph Curry is 6'2" on a great day. 6'2", 180 on a great day. And like that's giving him some. Finishes the best finishing guard in his position besides besides John Morant, right? So Luka has a size advantage. He weighs more.
It's incorrect. I would say Kyrie's a better finisher than
He's
Curry as
right
well.
there. Yeah, Kyrie's definitely right there too.
I forgot you feel me? He wasn't playing for his reasons. I forgot about him. Kyrie and Ja. Outside of Kyrie and Ja, Steph is the next best finishing point guard, correct or not?
Yeah,
Luka's
Yes.
better at finishing than
Luka's not a better finisher than him, bro. Because if you got Kyrie in there, you got to throw Steph in there. Because Steph is not too far behind. Steph's right there with Kyrie
He's
when it
4.
comes to finishing. I'm telling you.
He's 4.
Luka
Luka
really don't even be booming on people for
He don't got to. He don't got to. He's gonna
Nah,
find a way to put that ball in the bucket. He plays at his own pace. He's not more athletic than nobody on the court, but he's still getting 33 a night.
Steph Curry is
Like,
not
buddy.
more athletic than anybody on the court, and he's 6'1" on any given day.
Yes, and he's not coming close to scoring the ball the way Luka can.
When Steph Curry,
all.
hold on. Matter of fact,
Are
this is
you
a great
calling-
example. Steph Curry went on a 3-game stretch where he had terrible shooting this season. He's still putting up 26 points a night off of finishing around the rim. So Steph Curry, a guy who's supposed to be a shooter, the best shooter in basketball, can still put up the same numbers getting to the rim, laying it up,
with
floating it
ease.
however he has to.
I remember
He
when he
gets it
first
done with
remember when he
ease.
first came back. Remember when he first came back from his injury in the playoffs last season? He was getting to the rim. I remember he put Denver away with like 3 or 4 straight finishes at the rim, and nobody could
man.
stop him. Did you see him I forgot who he played the other night. He was just getting to the rim. I think it was the Hawks or something. He was cooking them. It was either the Hawks or the Cavs. I don't know. He was laying them though.
Comment said Luka is so much better at finishing. If I'm driving to the rim for a game winner, give me Luka every time.
Every single time.
You're only saying that because he's bigger than him, but
game winner,
no, bro.
Game winner, I'll give it to
Luka's
you
got a
because
less
of
chance of
size.
getting blocked. I would say that, but you don't see. I mean, Steph ain't out here getting batted all day, every day. I mean,
He's not. He's amazing. Steph is my number 3 best player in the world. But he's just not
Steph's playing right
Luka.
now. You cannot,
Listen,
Brent, you can't tell me.
The only
Luka's
thing
better
I can point at Curry and say he does better than Luka is shoot the 3 ball, and he doesn't even do that too much far. It's not like this,
bro.
It's not
are
like
you
this.
drunk?
Luka
Hey, bro, get him off the show,
crazy
bro.
good, bro. Not
Bro,
a single
Luka's
player
shooting
can guard him.
30% from 3.
Are
He's
you
shooting 30%
crazy?
from 3.
Are you
Steph
crazy?
is shooting 44. That's almost 15% difference.
Are you
It's not close.
crazy?
Let me do it for you.
The greatest shooter of all time, and Luka's here. Are you crazy?
Bro, Luka's career 3-point percentage is not high. It's not nowhere close to Steph. Steph is a career, I think, like 42 at worst, 43% shooter.
And
Luka
the
will
way
never
that y'all
come
see
close.
the differential between their 3-point shooting is the way I see it between their mid-range shooting. Like
That's not the case though. No, that's not the case. Because Luka might have a better mid-range game, but Steph's mid-range game is elite. The gap in between their mid-range game is nowhere close to the gap
3-point shooter, dog. Yes, he's
Luka is an elite shot maker
right now.
Let me tell you something.
Luka is an elite shot maker. He is not an elite 3-point shooter.
Let me
His
tell you,
percentages say otherwise.
You say what you're about to say, and I'm going to point something out to y'all.
Okay, there's 3 guards. We can name 3 guards right now who are closer at shooting the 3 ball to Steph Curry than Luka. Number 1, Damian Lillard.
Should be.
Oh, wait, did I say point guards only? Because I was going to say Clay, but nah.
You said point guards.
Yeah, we can do point guards. You got Dame, Kyrie.
Nah.
Luka can't even shoot with Kyrie. He can't shoot with Kyrie.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. Pull up. I bet Kyrie shoots a better 3-point percentage right now.
Matter of fact.
Yes, because he isn't.
Kyrie.
KD is on his
Kyrie,
team.
bro, Kyrie has a flamethrower. Kyrie shoots 40% from 3 all the time. He just had a 40% year with the Nets.
There's a little light-skinned kid from Atlanta, guys. We forgot about the little light-skinned kid from Atlanta.
And his percentages be funky too, but he can't shoot with Trae Young. There's got to be another point. There's got to be another point guard. Luka
may be the 3.
Is he shooting with DG? I bet DG's percentage is higher.
Nah, Luka's shooting better than DG. Luka shoots better than DG.
You think he shoot better than DG? I bet it's
better.
I bet it's close. DG's got a nice 3 ball.
You feel me? But like I just said, for 1,000% fact, you have Trae Young and Damian Lillard who are shooting the ball closer to Steph Curry than Luka is. Kyrie's a toss-up. You can look at that how you want to look at it, but that's still a 3 guy. There's a couple of guys in the league who shoot closer to Steph than Luka does. So he does not shoot the ball on any level. Like Steph
nowhere
is here.
Close.
Steph's
here. A 10.
And
he's
Damian
11
Lillard
out of 10,
right.
And Luka's probably like a 6.5, 7. He probably get to like an 8 when he's high, but he's probably like 6.5 standard.
Damian Lillard's probably the next close guy to Steph Curry shooting wise. Can we agree on that? He's there.
From point guard position. He's like there. He's still got miles to go till he's on Steph Curry's level. I'm not gonna lie, y'all underrating Kyrie's 3 ball. Kyrie has a flamethrower. I don't know what his career 3-point percentage is, but Kyrie be hitting. I would guess it's around like 37 or something.
I want to go to my guy's 10 because I said we was gonna talk about his after we finish ours, and I don't think we're gonna come to an agreement on this. Cam is tweaking, but now that I just looked at this nigga's 10, he's tweaking harder than Cam. I don't know what he's got going on.
Nah,
my
now that you
God.
said that, I feel like his team is going to be crazy. Go ahead and say it.
He's got Luka at 1,
No.
Giannis at 2, Curry at 3, KD at 4, Jokic at 5 is insane right now. Tatum at 6, AD at 7, Embiid at 8 is insane. Ja at 9 and 10 being Bron. D Mitch or D
It's
Book
just
got to
too
be at
high,
the
and
10.
that's the only issue I have with his list. Y'all can argue with
Who's too high?
Luka can't be
Embiid.
the best player in the league.
Okay,
I already
Embiid?
Embiid's too low. Embiid's too low. Embiid's
Okay.
like yeah,
Embiid
Giannis,
is too
Giannis
low.
has to be one, and
Yeah.
if Giannis ain't your one for some crazy reason, it's Steph. But
Steph got to be
Giannis
one.
got to be the one.
Giannis
Bro,
or
I don't have
Steph.
an issue with
It's
Luka
not
being
a
this one
debate.
Look at
all.
Giannis's minutes per
It's
game,
not a
bro.
debate.
Budenholzer is not that great of a coach. He doesn't use Giannis how he should be using it. Giannis is dropping 30 points, 12 boards, 6 assists in
my
a span of like 32 minutes. If he was playing 40 minutes a game like KD and Steph and all, Giannis would damn
Rob,
near be averaging 40. Do you
I'm
not think
so
Giannis is
glad
going
you
to get
said that,
4 more
Rob.
dunks in 7 minutes? He's going to get that,
Because
bro. Nobody can stop him.
when you
He's
look
going to
at
average about damn near
the
40 and
minutes,
15.
let's go back to your guy real quick, Cam. When you look at the minutes, you know he averages the most minutes in the NBA right now at 37.
How
He
many?
should. As he should. And why is that
37?
used against him? He's a useful player.
No. I ain't going to
He's
use
a
it against him.
valuable player.
We're not going to use it against him,
Giannis
but we're going
averages
to use it in comparison to other players.
Giannis averages 32 minutes a game.
Okay.
How many more dunks is Giannis getting in 5 more minutes of NBA action? How many more points is he getting? Do you not think you don't think he's gonna lead the NBA in scoring? You think what's he averaging 30 right now? And you think he's gonna get 3 more minutes in that? I'm not blaming Luka for that. It's not Luka's fault.
He
He's
said
supposed to
Giannis
get
could
more
go to
than more
1.
minutes.
So we on his boots
Okay,
for no
cool.
reason.
Yeah.
Giannis can go to 1.
Okay. Giannis
If you watch
definitely stays at
basketball,
1.
that's the correct list. How was a back-to-back MVP and top 5 crazy? No.
It's not crazy.
It's not crazy. I was dragging it when I said crazy. Tatum's better than Tatum and Embiid are better than Jokic right now.
Tatum's playing better right now, but if you had Jokic over Tatum, I wouldn't blame you. He is a back-to-back MVP, and that does hold weight. Because it's hard to get one MVP.
First in PER. PER is a fake stat.
Yeah, Jokic is efficient though. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Jokic.
Nothing is wrong with Jokic.
I can see Jokic at 5. I wouldn't drop him lower than 6. Jokic, I can see him in top 5. He's
Jokic is one of the most efficient players ever.
Jokic,
he is one of the most efficient players.
Jokic belongs at that 6 range to me. Right now, Jason Tatum is 1,000% better than Jokic, right or wrong.
Yeah, I would say he's playing better right now. But a season ago, Jokic was probably the better player. And he's more established than he's more established than
we're talking about right now though.
Yeah, right now I would take Tatum, but that don't mean it's gonna be like that for the entire season. Jokic could very easily well be better than Tatum by the end of the season.
The only reason I say that it's crazy, and like I said, I was dragging it when I say it's crazy. Embiid is better than Jokic. No matter how you look at it, how you see it. I don't care. Embiid is better than Jokic. That's what it is for me.
I think your team's got a higher ceiling. Your team's got a higher ceiling with Jokic at the 5 than Embiid. I think he's got his impact speaks louder than Embiid's impact. That's why I'm gonna go Jokic. Jokic can get the Nuggets over the hump if he's got the supporting cast. There's been times where Embiid, even though Kawhi was on a tear, but I mean, look at his team. Look at his team in Philly. His support. He had Jimmy Butler, a great player. He had JJ Redick, he was a quality starter in the league at that point. He had Ben Simmons, and he had Tobias Harris. He had 3. That's 3. He's not really a max player. I wouldn't say Tobias Harris is a max. And he's like a 120 million type of guy. But Tobias Harris,
still
damn near all-star.
Still amazing.
Ben Simmons, all-star. Embiid, superstar. And then Jimmy Butler, all-star. He had the team to compete. On paper, he did. But
Jimmy Butler and Embiid couldn't get on the same page to save their life that year. If you watched any Philadelphia game, you could see it. They couldn't get on the same page to save their life. Ben Simmons, that was the year that Ben Simmons became Ben Simmons that he is today. That was the year that Ben Simmons quit being Rookie of the Year, All-Star, LSU Ben Simmons, and start being the guy who won't even look at the rim. They still got Tobias, and I love Tobias.
They're not even guarding him. That's crazy.
You said what?
Yeah.
They're not even guarding Ben Simmons right now. That's
Why
crazy.
do you have to? He catches the ball and doesn't look at the rim. But we're not gonna go on another Ben Simmons rant.
But hey, y'all, I
Jokic.
gotta cut out here soon because I gotta get ready for work.
All right, we
Yeah,
already
I was
out
gonna
when
say
we can.
we gotta wrap up soon, but yeah, we can finish this real quick.
Embiid has that was Embiid's best year team wise. That was the 76ers best team they had on paper, like I said, and the team still wasn't that great. That team that year is not better than the 76ers team right now. So I don't want to hear about any of that because first of all, that went to game 7. Kawhi was playing out of his mind and it was a
He
better
was.
Raptor team.
He was, but really, the way you have Embiid and Kawhi are damn near supposed to be going back and forth.
They
I mean,
are.
Kawhi's a top 5 player. Kawhi was really like a top 3 player. Kawhi would definitely play better than Embiid, but Embiid is definitely supposed to be averaging 30. I mean, ain't no I know Jokic is probably gonna average 30. Did you see what he was doing?
Out of here.
What did you see what he was doing to the Warriors last season in the playoffs? Jokic has better playoff success, and he's gonna put up just the same amount of numbers in the regular season, and his team is probably gonna end up better in the long run, and that's a fact.
I'm done.
That's a fact.
I'm done with that.
I'm telling you, that's a fact.
I'm done with
That's
that
a fact.
argument. That's not even entertaining.
He's more efficient. I mean, he's giving you exactly what's getting, but his impact is greater.
He's not giving you exactly what he's
What?
giving you.
What he's giving you exactly what Embiid is gonna give you. He's gonna give you points. He's gonna give you rebounds. He's gonna give you more assists.
He's not gonna give me the same.
He's more
defensive
efficient
effort.
No. He's not better on the defensive end, but
He's
I mean,
not gonna be the guy.
his offensive skill set makes up for that. It really does. The Nuggets have a win. If the Nuggets built the right pieces, they could compete for a championship. They could have did it if they didn't run until LeBron and AD. They could have ended up making a finals appearance in the bubble. And who was at the forefront of that team? Nikola Jokic, back-to-back MVP. Embiid's right under him. I'm not gonna lie, he's not there yet with Jokic. Jokic has already done made that. Embiid's got to go to an Eastern Conference Finals. He's got to lead the Sixers to something first.
Okay, buddy.
He got to do that first.
That's okay.
He's got to, bro.
If Joel Embiid is made the step, I mean, if Jokic is made the step, Joel Embiid's made the step. There's not that much debate about that to me. I want to get to this comment because I feel like we've bashed Luka a lot. I wish Luka had at least a little more help. And this is what I will say about Luka and positively looking towards him. If Luka had a team like, I'm trying to think of a team that's not stacked. If Luka had a team like the Grizzlies, then I wouldn't be mad at you for putting Luka at the number 1, number 2 guy in the league. I'll say that because we was harsh towards Luka a little bit. I'm not saying
why ain't John in your top 10 then?
What the comments say?
He was like, he was just talking about Luka not having no help.
Yeah, he don't really have no help. I'm not even gonna get into the playoff success and all that. I'm just talking about just Luka as a player in comparison to these other players. Now, I like Luka.
Y'all finish without me. I gotta go.
All right, Brody. I'll see you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I like what I'm seeing from Luka. I mean, he's easily a top 5 talent. He's going to be one of the best players in the league for years to come. I'm not hating on Luka, but I just don't think he's better than KD, Steph, and Giannis as of right now. And that's not a crazy take at all because these players have been established.
No, it's not. Like I said,
for years.
But if Luka was on the Grizzlies, they probably would be the best team in the West. They probably would be the team that is most likely to win the championship. And Luka would probably be that guy. So I can see where they come from with that.
He definitely needs better. He needs more help for sure.
This is the last thing we'll talk about because I know you got to leave too. This comment was a little late going back to the Jokic. He said Jokic isn't bad enough on defense to be below Embiid with his offensive skill set.
That's what I was going to say. He's not.
His
defense isn't terrible.
No, it's not.
And the gap in between their defense isn't that great.
No, it is.
Embiid's
That's
not
what I'm gonna argue.
Embiid's not no first team all defender. He's not no first team all NBA. He's not an all NBA defender.
Joel Embiid.
He got them 7 blocks at one game, but I mean he's not doing that all the time.
First of all, he averages 2 blocks. Not many guys.
How many does Jokic average?
I think like 1.4.
Okay.
Joel Embiid's defense is maybe the most underrated part of his game. Because when you think about defensive centers in the league and you think about a guy like Rudy Gobert or Anthony Davis, they seem like they're so much better defensively than Embiid because they get the defensive stats. Outside of stats, just looking at defense and when they guard somebody, most bigs have their hardest games against Embiid. Embiid is a fundamental defender who stays and plays big in the paint, and he can guard outside. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, he can move his feet.
Jokic can't guard outside the
Yeah,
three-point line.
he's more mobile. I'll give Embiid's definitely probably the more mobile defender. He's more versatile. I would trust Embiid guarding a three more than Jokic or a guard.
Is Jokic the worst defender in the league? By no means am I saying that.
Okay, no.
But Joel Embiid's defense is here and Jokic's defense is there. I think the gap is a lot bigger than people give credit for because nobody really talks about Embiid's defense as much as I feel like they should.
Oh no, but I don't think that's big enough. Like, if that's what you're banking on to say that's the difference in between them, which it is a difference. But I'm gonna go Jokic because I just feel like
that's not it. Offensively, I like Embiid's offensive style play better than Jokic.
No, he gets more points, but impact, as far as impact, I think Jokic can match him in points when he wants to, and he's going to probably get more boards and assists than him. Damn near each time, definitely more assists. But boards, that's give or take. But I mean, I think he just averaged.
Like rebounding, they're the same. They average around the same amount of rebounds.
They average around the same, but Jokic is probably a little better defender. I mean, I said defender, rebounder than Embiid. So I mean, it's close. I always say Jokic, and then I got Embiid right under him. I always have that in my top 10 right now. And you just want a scoring title too. I want to see Embiid really go on a run like how Boston's going right now. Now imagine if the Sixers stay healthy, of course, but imagine if the Sixers were 17-4 and Embiid was averaging 31-10, and you feel me? He was number one in MVP.
Which he would be averaging right now if he didn't only play 13 games.
Yeah, he probably is going to average that. But team success factors into everything too. So Jokic is playing a more winning style of basketball in Denver than I think.
Denver was just on a 4-game losing streak though.
Yeah, they was, but they're still second in the West though.
Yeah, they still second. I think they went on a 3-game winning streak right after that though, so it kind of evens out. But
based off of how good Jokic has been playing, he's been stepping it up. I told you, he just dropped 39, and then he's had some great games before and after that 39-point game. I just can't remember the stats, but I know he had like 39, 10, and 9 or something like that. So, I mean, they're still second in the West. He's still playing good basketball, and his stats is going to start to ramp up too because they need him to do more than what he's doing. I don't think Jamal Murray's ready to take on the usage rate that he took on in the past yet. He's going to need to get his footing back a little more, same as MPJ coming off a back injury. So Jokic is definitely going to have to do more, and he's shown he can do it in the past, and he's shown he can do it again based on these past few games. So yeah. He's a little better than Embiid, but Embiid's nice though. I like Embiid. He's nice. He's definitely nice.
We agree to disagree on that one. MPJ definitely has to do more though for the Nuggets to be a playoff team. But I feel like
I need 20 from him easy.
I'm not even gonna. We'll save that for another time because I don't even want to get into it. I feel like that's a good place for us to end it right there. We got an hour 15, so appreciate everybody who slid through, watched the pod. It'll be uploaded on YouTube, over and back on all socials.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
Appreciate y'all.
See y'all next week.